Welcome to an Achieving Science video. This video is all about pathogens, so microorganisms that cause disease. Let's begin with bacteria. Bacteria can cause things like food poisoning. This is caused by a bacteria such as Salmonella. This is caused by eating food which is not prepared correctly or prepared in unhygienic conditions. Symptoms of food poisoning include vomiting, fever, abdominal cramps and diarrhea. A second example is gonorrhea. This is a sexually transmitted disease, which results in a thick yellow-green discharge, giving you pain when urinating. It is treated with penicillin, and it is controlled via barrier methods such as condoms. So bacteria then, what are they? Well, they're living. They're found in most places. They're much smaller than plant and animal cells. Some are good, some are bad, some are really harmful, others are harmless. They attack you by releasing poisons which make you feel ill. Antibiotics can be used to kill them. They're single cells made up of cytoplasm surrounded by a cell membrane and a cell wall, and the genetic material is just found within the cytoplasm. There is no nucleus. Let's look at viruses then. Well, viruses are the cause of colds and of flus. So let's have a look at some of the other things that viruses can do and what they can cause. Let us begin with plants first. Well, viruses can cause tobacco mosaic virus, TMV, which is a widespread plant pathogen. It affects things like tomatoes because it causes a mosaic pattern on their leaves, which prevent growth due to a lack of photosynthesis being able to occur. In humans then, viruses can cause things like measles. Symptoms of that is the skin rash and the fever. It can be fatal if complications do arise, but children are usually vaccinated against it. It is spread via sneezing and coughs, otherwise known as droplet infection. Another one, HIV. Symptoms very similar to that of flu. HIV attacks your immune system. It can be controlled by drugs, where HIV will enter your lymph nodes, and it's usually spread via sexual contact or exchange of bodily fluids via needles, for instance. So viruses, how do they differ to bacteria? Well, viruses are a piece of genetic information made with a protein code. They're smaller than bacteria. They are not everywhere. They are found with it. They invade living tissue where they copy themselves and make millions of copies. They're similar that they release poisons which make you feel ill. Difference, antibiotics do not affect them where bacteria they did. They do not carry out any functions of normal living organisms except for reproduction. They can reproduce by taking over another living cell. And naturally occurring viruses cause disease. Next we come to fungal diseases. So in plants this can cause things like, as shown in the picture, rose black spot, where purple or black spots develop on the leaves, limiting the amount of photosynthesis that can occur. This can cause leaves to go yellow and drop early. It is spread via wind and water, but it can be treated with fungicides or by removing the affected leaves. Next we have protists. These can be in any of numerous eukaryotic organisms that are not fungi, plants or animals and are chiefly unicellular or colonial. Diseases, malaria caused by protists, spread by mosquitoes. Symptoms of recurrent episodes of fever, it can also be fatal. Spread by mosquitoes, therefore, have nets in place to avoid being bitten. So pathogens then, how do they cause disease? Well, they get inside your cells, they reproduce quickly, They might split into two and produce toxins like bacteria. Viruses, though, take over the cell and reproduce, damaging them, destroying them, but rarely produce toxins.